Well, good morning and welcome to the Summit Alliance Advantage Thursday training. Today we're going to be going over United Home Life Simplified Issue Whole Life product and also their Guaranteed Issue Whole Life product. Summit Alliance Advantage, we've really identified carriers that work well with agents and also clients. It needs to be a win-win situation for everyone involved. And, when you have a great product, when you have great options, and, when you can work with a company that's easy to work with, that makes the whole process run a lot smoother from sitting down, with the client, identifying the need, meeting that need, and with great rates at United Home Life, making sure it fits in their budget, and then ultimately being able to find, the right fit for your client. And, that's one advantage that we have here is the fact that we can direct our clients according to the whatever medical challenges they may have or face. We're going to be able to direct them to a product that's going to be able to provide coverage to meet that situation. So we're real excited about United Home Life and the product that they have to offer. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it just so you know what you're looking at. Here's the agent guide. You'll notice on the right-hand side of the presentation, there are a few downloads or a few handouts that you can download. One is a kind of a portfolio overview. It kind of goes like a bird's eye view of the parameters of each product and what it entails and what it covers, which I'll go into detail here shortly on the Simplified Issue Whole Life. But also you'll see the agent guide, which also has details about the product. But again, kind of jumping right into it and the product that we're going to talk about today, with United Home Life, their primary focus with the product that they've created for their final expenses is, middle of market and 50 plus. And also the final expense market and, markets that the course family protection needs. They also have products, for juvenile markets in their provider, which I'll briefly go over here shortly. And but they provide most of their products, or actually all of their products, are non-medical. A client who prefers simplified issue to full underwriting. Now, we prefer simplified issue. We're real big on simplified issue products. Whenever you have the opportunity to, sit down with that client and get that security in place for them in a matter of days or, as opposed to months, that's good for everyone. That's good for the client knowing that they got their protection taken care of right away. They don't have to wait. Wow, I wonder what's going on with that application I've submitted for my life insurance. I got to do an exam. And, I wonder what the results are from that exam. And so many things can happen while they're waiting. And not having their coverage, God forbid something could happen to them medical-wise, or even worse, pass away before the coverage is in effect. So, we want to get our clients covered right away, or maybe clients that have been previously declined or labeled uninsurable with other carriers. We, again, with these products that we have, United Home Life, they, as a matter of fact, they'll cover clients if they've been confined to a wheelchair due to like an accident or something, or confinement to a wheelchair. We can still get situations like that covered with an immediate death benefit, depending on the, why they were confined. So, again, a phenomenal product to cover carrier or clients in situations that whereas they may not be able to get that type of coverage elsewhere, and or clients who maybe fit outside the bill charts of other products or have other significant health issues. Again, basically the parameters for their underwriting are very wide open. They're a very lenient company when it comes to getting clients covered. So we really like them. Now, to kind of briefly go over their portfolio. And again, one of the handouts is information on each of these products, a little bit more detail on each of these products, but they pretty much have 5 products to cover from ages 0 to 80. These products basically are simple yes or no answers to the application to qualify the clients for these products. Of course, they're affordable premiums. They have guaranteed option coverage. They have, the level guaranteed premiums, guaranteed cash values. They do have a no before you go point of sale. We like that. We like to be able to have that decision right away to know, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Client, you now have your coverage in place. They've approved the application that we just did over the phone. And, so in most cases, you're going to get that decision. So you're going to know if your clients are covered or not. They also, with the medical exams, there are none. Again, we like simplified issues, so no one has to worry about, giving any kind of bodily fluids, blood or urine specimens or anything like that. Again, no testing or physician statement, stuff like that. So it makes it easier to get the client covered. Again, you want products that it's easy to get the client covered. A lot of companies have great products, but they may not always be the easiest to get issued because their underwriting is a little bit more strict or stringent than other companies in comparison. So also initial first-year commission paid on daily on EFT. So again, daily bank deposits from this company. Again, we like companies that not only issue the policies fast, but pay commissions quickly. The application can be taken over the phone. So if you're in a situation where you cannot physically see the client, you can do this application over the phone remotely. Now, the first product that we'll talk about, I know I mentioned they have 5 products. The first we'll talk about, which is the primary product that we use for final expense, and that's the Express Issue Premier. It's their Simplified Issue Whole Life, their SIWL, and it issues from ages 20 to 80. Now, most companies you'll note start at age 50 or maybe start at age 40. Here, you start at age 20. So again, a little bit more flexible there on the younger ages. Then they have face amounts now. You see they have face amounts all the way up to 100,000 through age 60, and all the way to 50,000 through age 80. So, if you have someone that wants more than just your traditional life insurance coverage, maybe they want to leave a little bit more for their family, then they can purchase more with this product. It gives them the ability to go above, maybe the typical $25,000 or $35,000 policies that are normally available. The rate classes, non-tobacco and tobacco. Built-in rating to table 4 tables. Again, that's why we're able to get clients confined to a wheelchair due to an accident covered. That's why we're able to get, diabetics covered on an immediate death benefit. Someone that's had heart attack over a couple of years ago. So they have great products and great underwriting. Now the annual policy fee is $50, but it's commissionable. No big deal there. The available benefits and riders, they do have a child rider that you can add to the policy. A lot of grandparents like to add a child's rider, grandchild rider. They have the accidental death benefit rider, which can be included. Then they have the no-cost built-in terminal illness accelerated benefit rider for all face amounts. So again, this gives the client the ability, if they're diagnosed with the terminal illness, they can actually gain access to a portion of the death benefit before they actually pass away. Maybe they need that to help with deductibles for medical bills or expenses or personal expenses or whatever the case may be. They're going to have access to that to be able to use that for whatever need they see fit. It's an ideal product for clients with minor health concerns, maybe high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes. There's a 2-year look back for schizophrenia or bipolar disorders. A lot of companies are can be pretty strict when it comes to those type of maybe disorders or conditions. And then also, diabetes requiring insulin treatment. Again, some companies, that's where they'll say, oh, well, you don't qualify for our premier product, you qualify for this, or product number 2. Whereas you can get the Express Issue Premier even if you're using insulin to control diabetes. Systemic lupus, SLE, again, so something that other carriers may not necessarily cover. You got UHL who will cover that type of condition. Now they also have their Express Issue Deluxe. This is, again, another version of their Simplified Issue Whole Life. You'll notice really one of the biggest differences in this product is the built-in rating. You'll notice the issue ages are the same from 20 to 80. The face amounts from $5,000 to $50,000. You'll notice they don't have the up to $100,000 option for people up to age 50. And then non-tobacco, tobacco rating, but built-in rating table 8. Remember, the Express Issue Premier went to table 4. Well, the Express Issue Deluxe goes all the way to table 8. So again, a little bit more wide open on the parameters as far as what they'll cover. 2-year look back for cancer, heart, circulatory disease, stroke, Alzheimer's, dementia, sickle cell anemia, kidney disease, liver disease. I mean, all of this stuff, neurological disorders, alcohol, drug disease. Again, clients that are receiving disability compensation or who have been declined from other carriers, very, very lenient with their product. We're still able to get them in an immediate death benefit. So, again, you have great options with this company, and it gets the parameters expand even more from here, because then they also have the express issue whole life. Now, this is their graded benefit. It's not their guaranteed benefit, but it's their graded benefit. So they give you the ability to cover someone on a graded benefit from ages 25 to 80. Now, this is important because most graded or guaranteed issue products start at age 50, or they start at age 40 with some carriers. So we have the ability to put someone whose medical challenges may not permit them for an immediate death benefit product, but they're not quite old enough for the guaranteed issue products, but yet we have this product that kind of fits in the middle with the express issue whole life graded benefit from 25 to 80. Now, the face amounts from 2,000 to 5,000. Your rate classes, non-tobacco to tobacco, but again, the built-in rating up to table 16. So, again, previously declined applicants, significant health issues, maybe a height and weight outside the bill charts, 1 year look back for cancer, heart attack, stroke, different things to this effect. So again, if you have someone that's in a case where they do not qualify, and they're under age 40, and you're thinking, man, this medical challenge only permits them to have a grade, but they're not old enough. Well, you have the express issue premier, which goes as young as 25. So, again, kind of another great product to have for those little areas that are not normally addressed by other products, by other companies. So again, something to have in your back pocket. And what's great about this product is how it pays back. Year one, it will refund the premiums plus 12%. Now, most companies on their graded benefit will either pay 5% or 10% with the refund of premiums. But year two, it gets even greater. It pays refund of premiums plus 24%, and then full death benefit the last year, or if a death occurs due to an accident any time during the first 2 years after the policy's been issued, it will pay full death benefit. So they also have, for face amounts that are $10,000 or more, they have no cost built-in riders, identity theft waiver of premium, hospital stay waiver of premium, common carrier, accident death benefit rider. So again, another great product to have in your back pocket for those areas where other products will not cover. Then they have the guaranteed issue whole life. So this is no health questions, no medical exams, no physical exams. Basically, which we'll get into here shortly on the application, they can just answer nothing. They don't have to answer. They can elect not to answer the questions, and they can get their guaranteed issue coverage. They can get up to $10,000, as low as $5,000. Now here it only issues from ages 45 to 75. So, if that client's particular medical challenge, is outside of that, then again, this is a great guaranteed issue product, but their age needs to be between 45 and 75. How the policy works: during the first 3 years, it will pay back the premiums plus 6%. During the second year, so the first year pays back premiums plus 6%. The second year refunds premiums plus 12%, and then the third year will refund premiums plus 18%, and then it pays full death benefit after that. Now, if during the first 3 years it's a death due to an accident, it will pay the full death benefit if it's a death due to an accident. So again, just another option to have for a situation that you may be in where there's no other coverage available. They've been told by other companies that they cannot have any type of life insurance. We have the guaranteed issue product with United Home Life. So great product there. One of the things that it is a guaranteed issue product, but there are a couple of, restrictions, if you will. The proposed insured must be present when applying for the guaranteed issue whole life policy. This is not a policy that you can do over the phone or send mail it out for signatures or anything like that, like you can on the simplified issue whole life. And also, they don't want you utilizing UHL for just their guaranteed issue, meaning the sales could be no more than 25% of the agent's total production. So for basically, an agent must place 3 non-guaranteed issue policies for every one guaranteed issue policy that they write. So just kind of keep that in mind. Although they're a phenomenal company that accepts higher risk than most others, they still want in order to do that, they still need good business to offset, and you still got a competitive carrier, competitive rates, great service. So just keep that in mind that they do have that little restriction. Now, it's not confined to a hospital, hospice care, nursing home, or convalescent home. So again, you don't want them in any type of situation where they're actually about, maybe in hospice or something, planning their final wishes or something to that effect. Does not require home health nursing care, does not have AIDS or HIV, has not been diagnosed with an illness expected to cause death within 24 months, and not engaging in intravenous drug abuse. So, a few certain restrictions there. Now, if for some reason, you run into a situation where you need another guaranteed issue product, note that we always have other products. Again, get in touch with one of us and we can direct you accordingly. Now, they also have their provider whole life. Now, this is if you're in a situation where you have a client that's in, a little bit better health, and they're looking for more than just a final expense policy. They're looking for, a really good, solid whole life policy. A provider whole life is a great policy to meet that need. It issues from ages 18 to 80, from faces amount 10,000 up to 150,000 through age 50, up through 100,000 through age 60, and up to 50,000 through age 80. You basically, you have your rate classes: preferred, non-tobacco. So a tobacco user cannot apply for the provider. And then you have your standard rates as far as preferred rating for the provider. But they can apply for the standard rating. So you got your standard rating, non-tobacco, tobacco, and then if they qualify for the preferred rating is only a non-tobacco rating. Now, the annual policy, $50 built in, it's commissionable. They also have the no-cost built-in terminal illness accelerated benefit rider for all face amounts. Considering the minimum's $10,000, so that's automatically going to be included. A waiver of premium can be added. They also have the child rider that can be added for face amounts $25,000 or more. There's a no-cost built-in benefit and rider. So some of these riders are common carrier accidental death benefit rider, or life-threatening cancer accelerated benefit rider, or charitable gift donation benefit rider. And again, this is for face amounts $25,000 or more. These riders are automatically included. Now, if you get the preferred rate class, so this is also available to those that qualify. It's for non-tobacco clients only. It's going to get them a discounted premium, and it's going to get them the least expensive rates. And again, this is for people, with optimal health, who qualified for these preferred rates. And, so that's kind of some of the highlights for the provider. Again, another great product for someone who wants a little bit more than just your typical final expense life insurance policy. Again, simplified underwriting, for all simplified whole life products, United Home Life does require a personal history interview, PHI, which means a phone history interview. So they're going to want to confirm the medical questions that you go over with your client. Now, it is ideal to do this in the home with your client, so you can have that immediate decision, so you can have that knocked out, so you can know that it was taken care of with your client. Don't get in a situation where you leave the home when you could have done the phone interview, but you wanted to save 5 minutes out of the home, so you left the home for the 10 to 15 minutes, so you left the home, and then for whatever reason, UHL couldn't contact your client to get the telephone interview done. Just schedules weren't crossing, things happened, maybe they forgot, maybe the number that was calling them they didn't recognize, so they never answered it, and the phone interview never gets done. So it's ideal to go ahead and take care of the telephone interview while you're there in the home with your client. And if you do that, as you call in, basically it's going to take 10 to 15 minutes. They're going to discuss the medical history, the physician name, and some other information to the application. Just remind your client to answer the questions as honestly as possible, just like you did with me when I asked you the questions. They're going to go over some of the same questions. Just make sure you answer them the same way you did with me, as honestly as possible. And us as the agent, we'll call in. You know, you have the number there, the 1-866-333-6557. That's also at the top of the application. That's also at the top of the telephone interview sheet, the agent guide, so you have that number available to you. And basically, you'll tell the operator that the interview is for UHL and which product that you're applying for. So if it's the Express Issue Premier, which is the primary product that we would normally shoot for to get our clients covered with, or maybe the Express Issue Whole Life because their medical challenges are a little bit more than what the Express Issue Premier will cover. So again, let them know the product that you're applying for. Then you hand the phone to your client who will complete the telephone interview. Now remember, without coaching or help from others. So you don't want to be in the background if the interviewer asks your client a question. You don't want to, well, you told me no, tell them no. Yeah, don't do that. Let the client answer because, you know, they can terminate the call and discontinue it, and you'll have to reapply at a later date. During the call, the interviewer will conduct an MIB, which is a Medical Information Bureau check, and also an IntelliScript, prescription drug history search, so which is basically checking up on all of the prescriptions that the client has been prescribed and had filled. So, you know, based on the client's answers in the MIB and the prescription check, you know, they're going to let us know if the client is approved or if the application is going to be submitted to the home office for further review. What's great about the phone interview hours, they're available from 8:30 to 11:30 throughout the week. Monday through Friday, and if you need them on the weekend, you can set an appointment. And if for some reason the phone interview is not done, the application is taken, you know, the home office can order that. Another thing that I recommend doing is just take that into your own hands, and if for whatever reason you were unable to get the phone interview done at the home, contact the client and then call the interview line and just let them know, I'm going to put you in touch with the interview line now. That way we can assist in completing your telephone interview so we can get your coverage in place. And, you know, just, you know, take control of that and help your client get that taken care of. Now, this is what you'll see whenever you get an application. Now, this is a Texas application. Most applications look pretty much the same. There are a few differences here and there, but for the most part, this is what you're going to see. Now, you'll notice the highlighted spots. The first sheet is just a cover sheet. You know, the amount of pages that you sit in. You know, now, most of you know, if you do not know, at Summit Alliance Advantage, you will submit your applications to the home office. One of the biggest reasons that we do that, you know, not only to track production and promotions, but also to put a second set of eyes on it, to make sure that everything is in good order, because we want to keep applications in what we call jet issue status. So if the application gets to the carrier and everything is in good order, everything is filled out the way it's supposed to be, everything matches up with age and premium and product, that application stays in jet issue status, and underwriters can make a quick decision on that. If for some reason the application gets to the underwriter and there's something they cannot read, if there's missing information, something that's not filled out, if the premium doesn't match the product or the client's age or something to that effect, then it goes at the bottom of the pile and it's no longer in jet issue status. Again, we want to get our clients covered right away. We want to get agents paid right away. You know, again, that's a benefit to everyone to have the protection put in place right away. So, you know, make sure that whenever you submit your applications, submit them to us here at the home office and make sure they're in good order. You know, kind of continuing on here, you know, how do you prefer to be notified if we should need underwriting requirements? You can select it however you prefer. I prefer email because that's the quickest way. The proposed insured's name. You know, if you know the proposed insured or not, more than likely it may be no, but of course answer that accordingly. Have you written insurance on the proposed insured in the past 3 years? More than likely you haven't, but if so, if it's a repeat customer, indicate yes. Did you personally see all persons proposed for insurance and personally view a photo ID, driver's license, passport? You know, yes if you did, and no if you didn't. If you did it by phone, you know, if no, how was it taken? By mail, phone, internet, fax, you know, or you know, however it was taken. Explain that. You know, did you identify any unusual behavior? You know, in most cases this is going to be no. You know, if you did, answer yes and explain. And then down below, this is something I prefer. I prefer to have the policy mailed to the agent. I want them to mail me the policy so I can deliver it to the client, so I can answer any questions they may have about the coverage, solidify in their mind that their coverage is now in effect, and you know, they're protected, and ask for referrals. You know, because again, you're building that relationship, you're building your business, you're building your book of business. You know, so it's in your best interest as agents, it's in our best interest, you know, to just solidify that with our clients by delivering that policy and reassuring them of everything that they agreed to from day one. This is the second page of the application. Did you complete a point of sale personal history interview with your client? Hopefully you answer yes to this because you did call in. And again, there's the number right on the application. You know, it's a no before you go. Now, if for some reason you didn't, answer no, and make sure and get multiple ways for them to contact your client, and make sure your client knows that UHL will be in contact with them to complete the phone interview and to ask them the same medical questions. That way they're expecting that call. But again, if for some reason you don't get it done, I would take that upon myself to contact my client and then three-way in the know before you go hotline and get that telephone interview done. You know, if for some reason you need a Spanish speaking, they can accommodate, just indicate there, and you know, they'll make sure and accommodate. This is really the first page of information on the application. This is where, as you can see in the highlighted spots, you're going to get the client's basic information as far as name, birth date, height and weight, social, date of birth, their address, basic information, employment information. Now you'll notice in section 2, ownership. Complete only if owner is other than proposed insured. Now in most cases, the proposed insured is the owner of the policy, so you do not have to skip over this. Some cases you may have the spouse is the owner, or for whatever reason, maybe a grandparent is buying it for their grandchildren or something. Maybe they're the owner, or parents buying it for their children. Maybe they're the owner. You know, you may have a case like that. If the owner's different, then that's where you'll list the owner's information. If not, you can leave it blank. Beneficiaries. Pretty basic on the information that they request. They got a primary beneficiary in the relationship and the age. And then they have a contingent beneficiary in the relationship and the age. Below that, in section 4, plan of insurance, this is where you're going to indicate what they're applying for. Now in this case, we've, you know, in most cases they're going to be eligible for the express issue premier, so that's what they're applying for here. To the right, face amount, that's where you're going to enter the amount of the death benefit. In most cases, it's about 10 or 12,000, 15,000, somewhere around there. But that's where you'll indicate the amount that they're applying for. The accidental death benefit rider, if you're including that, make sure and mark that, and then include the amount that it's going to be. If it's a 10,000, it'll probably be a 10,000 accidental death benefit on top of that. You know, so just make sure and include that amount. And then section 5, payment information. In most cases, you want to get your client set up on a PAC, you know, where they are paying it on a monthly basis out of the draft out of their bank account. They do have other options where they can pay it quarterly, semi-annually, or on an annual basis. The model premium amount, that's going to correspond with the payment mode. So if it's a monthly PAC, you're going to put the monthly premium there. If it's an annual payment, you're going to put the annual payment there. And then the amount paid with the application. Now, in most cases, you're going to have the client sign and agree to draft the premium once the application is received, you know, so coverage can be in effect immediately. You can indicate the amount that they are going to pay with the application once it's drafted. So you can basically indicate the monthly premium there, or the premium that they've paid. It could be more than that. They could have paid the annual premium, so you would indicate that there as well. Section 6, other insurance. Now, some of you in my previous training may have heard me speak to this, but in most cases, we're not looking to replace insurance unless it is in the absolute best interest of the client. In most cases, the clients that we're working with have not planned, they have not prepared, they do not have the coverage in place anyway, so we can easily answer no. But if they do, you know, we'll answer yes, and then follow along accordingly. If they are replacing, we'll fill out the replacement form. We'll make sure we'll indicate why they're replacing with good reason, and I'll get into that more here shortly. But again, in most cases, we're not replacing, so we can simply answer no, that we're not replacing. Now, also, just the thing to note, if they have group insurance, you can still indicate no, they don't have other insurance. And if they personally own the policy, you do have to indicate yes, they have insurance. Now, Section 7, if they're a smoker or not, basically yes or no on tobacco usage. Section 8, physician information. You want to make sure and get some doctor's information. I know you may sit down with the client. I have myself. I'm totally healthy, Jason. I've never go to the doctor. I don't believe in going to the doctor. I watch my diet, take care of myself, take my vitamins. I don't go to the doctor. Well, okay, when was the last time you even been to the clinic for a checkup or a cold or a flu or anything? Well, I don't. I eat soup. I'm just fine. Okay, well, where were you born? Basically, the point to that is get some doctor's name, some physician, emergency room, somewhere that they saw last. And that's, that way the underwriter has something to kind of follow up on if they need to get some information from a doctor. And then, of course, the doctor's telephone number, the clinic's telephone number, the emergency, the hospital phone number, wherever the instance occurred. So again, get some type of doctor information there. Section 9, this is where you're going to ask the medical questions. You want to make sure and ask all of the medical questions as needed based on what they're applying for. Now, you'll notice if the plan selected in Section 4 is graded death benefit endowment, the proposed insured should not answer the health questions below. Basically, if they're going for that graded or guaranteed issue product, they really don't need to, answer the medical questions if they're going for that guaranteed issue product. Also, you'll notice I kind of say the app is the map. It says Part A, Express Issue Whole Life, complete Part A only. If they're applying for Express Issue Whole Life, you only need to complete the first section of questions. Now, you'll notice just below that, and I should have highlighted it, but it says if any question in Part A is answered yes, you're not eligible for the Express Issue Whole Life. That means they get the guaranteed issue. Now, Part B, Express Issue Deluxe, complete Parts A and B. So they want the Deluxe. Their health's not optimal, but it's still decent enough where they can still get the Express Issue Deluxe. Answer the questions accordingly. So you'll answer the first two sections of questions. But note, if any question in Part B is answered yes, you're not eligible for the Express Issue Deluxe. Submit it as Express Issue Whole Life. So again, you get through the first part, you get all no's. You get to the second part, you get one yes. Well, that means it's an Express Issue Whole Life. But if you get through and you get all no's in the first part, you get all no's here, that means they can apply for the Express Issue Deluxe. And then on to Section 3 or Part C, Express Issue Premier, complete all of the medical questions. And if a question in Part C is answered yes, they don't get the Premier, but they can still get the Deluxe. But if they answer no to all of the questions, that's when they qualify for the Premier. So I always say the app is the map. Based on the answers to the medical questions, that's going to tell you what the client qualifies for. So by simply answering the questions and then directing them based on the answers to the questions, you know exactly what they're going to qualify for. This page of the application basically is where the client signs acknowledging that we're going to be checking their medical records, authorization for us to process the application and check their medical records, a disclosure acknowledgement, acknowledging, that the terminal accelerated benefit disclosure statement and information was given to them, and then also dated at the city, the state, this 9th day of March 2017, and then have the client sign it. And then if for some reason, and then below that, description of personal representative authority to act, you're the agent. And then below that, signature of owner. Again, if someone else is the owner, you want to make sure they sign it here. If not, more than likely the insured is the owner. You don't have to worry about getting that signature there. The following section must be completed by the agent. And again, this is in reference to if they have existing insurance. To the best of my knowledge and belief, the applicant does not have existing life insurance. But again, in most cases, they're not going to. If they do, you'll indicate yes, and you'll make sure and indicate on the next page no that you're not replacing. But again, the highlighted spots, you want to print your name, you want to sign it, your agent code, your email address, your contact information, and then your license, your state license number. Here is the bank authorization form. Now you have three options. The first option says draft my account for the first premium. Initial premium may be drafted immediately upon submission of this application. Please draft subsequent premiums on the blank day of each month. So any day between the 1st and 28th can be selected. Now, this is if they want the coverage in effect immediately. Their UHL is going to draft their policy as soon as they receive it. The second option, draft my account for the first premium on, and then they elect a date. Now, if they, any day within the 30 days of the application being complete. So if they want, you know, their policy drafted 20 days later, you indicate that date, and that's when they'll draft it, and that's when the premiums will be drafted each month thereafter. Now, just keep in mind, the draft date will also is when they release the commissions as well. So once it's drafted, they release the commissions to the agent. And then they have do not draft my account for the first premium. Initial premium is attached, being mailed, or will be collected on delivery. Please make checks or money order payable to United Home Life Insurance Company. You know, so don't leave them blank or anything. It's talking to the client, you know, you'll want to make sure and fill out the check or money order. Don't make it payable to the agent. Don't ask your client to make it payable to you. But in most cases, you're going to have the client draft their account. That's the preferred method. You know, that's going to get the client their insurance coverage in effect on a monthly basis, knowing that that coverage is going to be in effect. If for some reason that, you know, you don't want them in a situation, the bill comes in the mail, it sits on the kitchen table with other bills, something happens, they take a trip or go to the hospital, and the bill doesn't get paid, and then all of a sudden something tragic happens and their coverage is not in effect. So you want to put your clients in a situation where their coverage is drafted every month on a routine basis. Down below it says, in the event that a pre-printed void check or bank statement is not available, please complete the following information for account verification. So a lot of cases you're going to do clients that just have their debit card or banking card or what have, that don't have checks or anything. You know, in most cases they'll have their banking information, so you can fill out that below. But if they do have a voided check, or you know, get that information, just attach that, and you will not have to worry about filling it out because they'll take the information from the voided check. So keep that in mind. Here also pertains to the terminal illness disclosure. You know, basically letting the client know that they do have that benefit, that they will have access to that benefit, and how it works. You know, so just make sure that, you know, the spots, you know, kind of, this is also kind of like a receipt from the amount of the premium, you know, so you'll list the client's name, the amount of the premium, and the first premium mode of, you know, if it's a pack, monthly mode, annual mode, or whatever type of insurance, you know, the express issue deluxe, express issue premier, the amount of insurance, again, 10, 15, whatever it may be, dated at Dallas, Texas on the month, day, and the year, and then the agent's signature. Again, just a simple disclosure form for them to acknowledge. Here is the replacement form, and again, do you have any existing insurance policies or annuities? In most cases, they're going to answer no, but if they do answer yes, again, we want to not replace it unless it is in their best interest. So if we are replacing it, of course, answer it yes. Take down the policy information where it has the insurer name, the policy number, the name of the client, and if you're replacing or not. And again, in most cases, you can answer no because we're not replacing. But let's say that your client does have, let's say they have a graded benefit that they just got a few months ago. Well, they still have 1 year and 9 months before their coverage is fully effective, before they have an immediate death benefit, but yet they qualify for your immediate death benefit. Well, in that case, that is in the absolute best interest of the client, so we would list the policy information, and we would say, yes, we're replacing, and then down below where it says the existing policy or contract is being replaced because, and we would give that reason, because the client qualifies for an immediate death benefit and does not want a 2-year waiting period. You know, so again, that's in the client's best interest, so you have the applicant sign it, and you would sign it as well. This here, if you are actually replacing the policy, again, acknowledging that you're doing, you know, the best for your client. You know, you've left them the disclosure statements, and you're replacing it because it's in the client's best interest. You know, you'll print the applicant's name, and you'll sign it as the producer, and then print your name. Now, running quotes for United Home Life is very easy. We've kind of covered the products. We've kind of covered going over the application. You know, as far as running quotes for your clients, this is fairly simple. So I'm going to kind of briefly go into it. What's great about this quoting link, you can get it from United Home Life. Once you're active with them, you can log right onto their website, and this will take you to their back office of products. This is what it looks like, where you'll simply select a product from the drop-down menu. Now, if you recall, the product that we primarily use will be the Express Issue Premier. In most cases, that's what your client's going to qualify for. In this example, we'll just quote Texas. Now, the Express Issue Premier, the last age of the client, so let's just say we're quoting someone here who is 60 years old. So we'll come down to age 60, and this person is male. This person is a no on nicotine, non-tobacco user. Payment mode, it's going to be a monthly EFT. And again, drop-down menu. So let's say this person wants to see, I just want 10,000. I just want to make sure there's enough in place. They're not too worried about the child's rider or including the accidental death benefit rider, which if they did, you can see how you can include that amount. And simply hit calculate, and you got your premium right here. Face amount 10,000, premium $44.69. So very easy to run your quotes for your clients. Now let's say the client does not qualify for the Express Issue Premier. Let's say they answered no in Part C of the medical questions on the application. So in that case, they qualify for the Express Issue Deluxe. Well, instead of this client's premium being $44.69 for the 10,000, the client's premium is now going to be, as soon as I get this back up, $56.88. So the client may have a little bit more, bit of a medical challenge. They don't qualify for immediate death benefit somewhere else, but yet they still qualify for the Express Issue Deluxe, which is immediate death benefit, and it's only $56.88 for $10,000 for a 60-year-old. So again, very competitive rates, very flexible products, and you know, let's say that this person wants more coverage. Now, I'm in great health. I'm looking for a little bit more than what Final Expense has to offer. You know, let's say they were able to answer no to everything, and they say, you know, well, I was thinking about it. I want to leave my family more than just $25,000. You have something I can leave? Well, let's take a look at, you know, maybe $50,000 in this case. So, you know, again, this person at 60 years old, you know, a little bit better health. They want more than just the Final Expense coverage offers. So we can quote the provider product and simply hit calculate, and they can get, you know, depending on if they qualify for premium rate, which is standard, or if they qualify for the preferred premium rate, which would be a little bit less. So again, you can put your clients or you can quote your clients for whatever product they qualify for. And as you can see, they have their other products that they offer. You know, you may have a client who the only thing they qualify for, they're looking for an accidental death policy, or maybe they're looking for a term policy, or maybe they're looking for a term policy with return of premium. You see they have the 20-year return of premium. So again, great company, great products, very easy to run quotes. You can see the quoting tool here. You simply enter the parameters, age, male, female, if they're a tobacco user or not, how they're paying, and then the amount that they're applying for, and if they've added anything to it, and then it tells you the monthly rate. So again, pretty easy to quote the products, and again, you can quote it from your smartphone, your laptop, tablet, or your computer very, very easily, and you know, so that makes for getting your clients covered again very easily. So why UHL? You know, just real quick to recap, you know, UHL, they've been in the simplified issue market for more than 2 decades. It's a quick issue product. Again, you're getting an instant decision right at the client's home, right over the phone, you know, when you do that telephone interview. You know, initial premium can be drafted. The annualized first-year commission is paid daily. Again, we love carriers that pay daily. They pay commissions on the policy fees. They offer incentive trips. You know, of course, they have no-cost marketing materials, you know, just like the agent guide that we saw. If you want a client brochure, they have a flip chart that you can utilize. If you printed flip chart that you can order directly from them, you know, very similar to the one that we use, that we have available. So again, they have so many tools and resources, direct monthly bills available for clients that for whatever reason do not want their bank account drafted on a monthly basis. They have seasoned underwriters that you can contact and talk to, and they can help direct you to the best product for your client's needs. They do not require E&O. You know, again, we're dealing with small face amount policies, in most cases simplified issue products. The application can be taken over the phone. You know, all those tools that they have access to on the web, you can download applications and form and marketing materials 24/7 from the website. You know, they have product training presentations. You can track your application status, so you can keep up with your pending, so you can follow that through to an issue paid application that you deliver to your client. You know, you can view your commissions daily. They have everything that you need in the back office. Of course, the online quoting engine, which I just went over, you know, to be able to view your persistency and placement rates, you know, within not only your business but your agents. So you can help make sure that those guys are doing what's best for their client and proper placement with their clients. You know, you may have a new agent who doesn't know what product to write for their client, so they take a client who was just diagnosed or had a heart attack a year ago and try to put them on the Express Issue Premier. Well, we know from experience and from viewing our agent guide that that's not the best product for that client. So, you know, that can help you keep track of your agents and where your agents are doing, and you can kind of, you know, follow up on that to make sure that clients are being directed accordingly. You know, so again, so many different tools and resources to utilize. You know, if you do not have United Home Life, it may be a good idea to get them in your back pocket. Again, it's a great carrier to have for those situations where other carriers do not cover. So, you know, with that, I'm going to bring to a close today's training webinar on United Home Life Simplified Issue Product. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us at the office. Don't hesitate to contact United Home Life. Again, I mentioned their agent support earlier. Phenomenal company in the support that they provide, and you know, you can get that assistance from them or us at any time, and you have a great product to get out there in the field with to provide for your clients. So I want to thank you for attending today, and if you missed parts of the webinar today, remember it will be recorded and archived in the back office of our training library section of our website. So once again, thank you for attending today's training. My name is Jason Martinez on behalf of Summit Alliance Advantage, signing off.